So before you rush into buying any property right now in Lagos, or before you rush into selling any property as a realtor, I want you to watch this video. Because what is happening in Lagos today is heartbreaking. To see the way they are demolishing houses, like the one that is happening in Ikota currently.
A few days ago, the Lagos Ministry of Environment began pulling down some structures along the drainage paths in Lekki. This is what is left of that area now. The demolition process is ongoing, and many of these valuable properties will not be spared. Understandably, residents here are not pleased with this decision.
When Lagos State government brings their bulldozers to bring down these houses, they are not just bringing down walls or buildings. No, they are bringing down people's dreams, people's life savings, their entire life and their world. Families are rendered homeless. Dreams are shattered and crushed. Happy homes are broken. Kids see a reality they're not supposed to experience, that can damage them for life. Because even me as a young boy, I remember when we were giving quick notice, and it got to a point they needed to, forcefully eject my family out of that house. It's still one of the painful experiences as a young boy for me.
It's very painful to watch my house go down when the people that are the developers, we can't even see them to even hear from them or know what is going on. So it's really very bad. It has absolutely affected me in every way. Because right now, like, where do you expect me to go? It's like I'm homeless. You get? It's very bad. Where do you want me to go? I don't have anywhere to go. My things are outside there for like 2 days now.
Because we had to now relocate to go stay with my father's younger brother at Badagry. We're sharing a room with a full-fledged married man for not 1 month, not 2 months. Family of 5. And that was not only the first time, it happened again the second time that we still needed to go live with one of my father's friends. At least this one was a room and parlor. But he too had almost 4 kids, about 4 or 5 kids. And at that time, my own family has increased to 6. So it was a crazy experience. And just thinking about it now, it wants to bring tears to my eyes. But this is not the place to be emotional. But it's just me saying that if I feel like that, just experiencing eviction from a house that we rented, how about people that built homes with their life savings? People that bought homes with their hard-earned money. And in their minds, they've settled one of the biggest challenges anyone can have, which is having a home. Or for some of them, it's an investment for their future. So in their minds, they've sorted their future self. So they have something to retire to. Then one morning, a bulldozer comes and brings down all of those dreams, shattered all of those aspirations, and they are back to square one. So it's beyond the buildings, it's the lives of people that are altered, changed forever. It's a sad memory and experience that some of them might not be able, to come out of, especially for those that have kids. It's an experience I do not even wish my enemy. Talk less of someone that genuinely, out of his good heart, wanted to create something exceptional for his family.
We're lost for words. We're actually lost for words. It's a very good situation. This can happen anywhere else in the world, trust me, without a serious class action or something. It's really happening. If people notice maybe for small 1 year, to them pack and everything, having kids not knowing where their next home will be, it's a very terrible thing. My neighbor here, I think the person just moved in or bought the house last week or so. So you can imagine that. And they renovated the house. And the house is now in shams. So it's really bad.
I do empathize with everyone going through it. And it's painful for me because I'm also in this space. I'm in the real estate space. And it's hard for me to even have this conversation. It's hard for me to even do this video. I've been struggling with it because I'm just saying, what is it that I want to say? What would justify this? But you see, it is what it is at the end of the day. So let's get into the real matter, right? Let's start with the buyers. Buyers. I want to appeal to you. I've had these experiences with buyers. Can you be willing to spend just a little much more for your due diligence and employ the services of professionals? Professionals I'm talking about lawyers, I'm talking about surveyors, I'm talking about town planners. Because you see, there are lawyers and there are lawyers, and there are real estate lawyers. So you saying I have a lawyer looking after my business, my investment, my real estate, it's not enough. It's actually employing a real estate lawyer that is experienced and understand the real estate market in Lagos, the terrain, because Lagos is peculiar, right? That is the first thing you must do. And those kind of lawyers, they don't come cheap because they know their onions. They've been in the business for years. They've made mistakes. They have contact. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for their experiences. You're paying for their contacts. You're paying for what they know, the people they can talk to. You must be willing to pay for them because they don't come cheap. Two, you must be willing to pay for surveyors. And I'm not just saying surveyors. I'm talking about licensed surveyors that are experienced in the business, that understands the business, that have been in the business for a while, also have contacts inside the land bureau in Alausa. They are willing to go the extra mile, go to the site, take the coordinates, chart it, and they don't stop there. Ask all the necessary questions. Surveyors that will not just chart the coordinate for you, but they will also find out in the land bureau the environmental impact. Because for every land that you buy, there are zonings and there are environmental impact. So to find out if this land has anything to do with the right of way, if there's any canal issues, they will do an environmental assessment of that zoning to give you good report on whether you should buy, invest or not. And you must also involve town planners so you can find out the current Lagos State Master Plan, because it's ever changing. It's ever changing because Lagos is developing and government is moving into areas trying to bring development and infrastructures into those areas. And don't forget the Land Use Act of 1978. It states that all lands are kept in the trust of the citizens by the government. So that act in and of itself is very good when it comes to administration. But a lot of corrupt practices has rendered that law useless. So people are taking advantage of that law. Most of our governments are taking advantage of that law to create anarchy. And knowing this is important as a buyer, that you step up your game. You're willing to spend extra money. You're willing to work with professionals to see to it that in your buying decisions, you are making the right choices.